Hey guys, Jesse with J&J Outdoors. Today we have the Glock 43. This thing has been blowing up the media of gun culture for the new concealed carry single stack 9mm. Big thanks to the guys over at Safe Side Tactical in Vinton, Virginia for letting us demo this farm so we can make this video for you guys. Big thanks to them. Maybe just where it's a smaller gun, I'm pulling my shots a little bit, work on my grip a little bit more with this handgun. Right, guys, we're going to go ahead and test the accuracy here. We're about 10 foot away and to see what it can do. Shooting remanufactured in steel case. That'll really let you know if your gun is going to be prone to a malfunction with the cheaper types of ammunition. Still getting used to it. So far it seems like it's doing pretty good. Alright, kind of all over the place there, getting used to it. Once I get a good feel for these sights, I'm really going to be able to dial that in. But holding pretty good groups there towards the end, not too bad. I know there's a lot of people who can shoot a way better group than that. Like I said, I've only shot about 50 rounds through this handgun so far. I expect after about 200 rounds I'll have it dialed in. Alright guys, I'm really liking the Glock 43. Ever since I've seen it come out, I've always seen it and I gotta get my hands on that. I want to buy one. Right now we're loading up some Defender remanufactured ammunition. See how that does in the 43. Alright. We're gonna ring a little steel with some 9mm, fellas. Y'all excited? Me too. Let's go ahead and put on our... Go ahead and ring some steel with some 9mm from the G43. I love it. Absolutely love it. I gotta get one of these. I gotta get one. I'm really starting to like those Trigicons. At first it threw me off just because I'm used to the plain old Glock sights, but after shooting with these, I really like those. Sweet set of sights. And this thing really fits in your hand nicely. Like, when I wear gloves, I wear large. I'm not the extra large or double X or medium or small, any of those. I am right at large. This gun fits me perfectly. Perfect, snug. My finger's not wrapped around the trigger too much, although I do shoot with the tip of my finger. So I got that little extra room for my index finger. Beaver tail, the way it's done, I grip right up in there nicely. Ever since the release of the Glock 42, first thing people said was, we want a 9mm. And Glock has answered to that. And they might be a little late because there's a lot of single stack 9mm out there, but maybe they saved the best for last. So we'll take a look here. Inside you'll have 2 magazines. You have a regular base plate. These hold 6 rounds. And then you'll have a pinky extension. I really like this one. Then you'll have a cleaning kit, and in this model we have a factory Glock magazine loader. You have your lock and your first round fired, your documents, and you'll have a rod and bore brush. But this right here is the beauty that everyone's going so crazy for. The Glock 43. And I have to say, I am very impressed with this. It's very comfortable. There's too many things to go over with comparison and things like that, and plus I don't have a lot of other guns that are like this and single stack or anything like that. So right now the only thing I really have to compare it to give you guys an idea on its size is a Glock 17. That is Glock's full size 9mm, and you can see that the 43 is quite a bit slimmer. The triggers on Glocks have came a long way. That's just a smooth, crisp break right there at 5.5 pounds. Just a smooth, clean break. Fantastic trigger. The job well done by Glock. There's a lot of people out there who are going to fuss about this. We have people who, no matter what gun that's going to be being reviewed, there's going to be people who do not like it. Like, for instance, this gun. There's a lot of people that aren't going to like it. 1, because of price. 2, because the name, the brand. And 3, because the caliber. I mean, we could go on and on why people are going to hate this gun, but there's no denying that it is a good, functional, reliable handgun and a great choice for concealed carry, exactly what it was made for. Glock did an outstanding job on their magazine release, because if you can look, I am not changing my grip, and that thumb is right at the magazine release. So there's not a whole lot to drop a magazine. Now we'll talk about the magazine well in a second. Right now I'm just talking about the release. So you have your good firm grip, you're firing. It's time to reload. Ready to rock. They did an outstanding job on that magazine release, because when you're holding it, your thumb rests right above the magazine release. So when it is time to drop your mag, just do a quick little drop of the pinky, because if my pinky is there and I hit it, the hand fat right here is going to stop it and it ain't going to drop. So what I have to do is, when I'm shooting, release the pinky. But this is kind of common in any of the small concealed carry guns. Your pinky is going to be underneath the magazine because that grip is kind of cut down. So you're resting your pinky on the bottom of the mag. So when you go to change, release your pinky. It's did a really good job on that magazine release. Now the next thing that I really like about the Glock 43 is the magazine well. If you notice, when you're putting it in, the magazine will not freely drop. Now you can just pull it out. It's not locking it in there or anything, but it's just a good, once you get that magazine in the well, it's a good firm grip and that magazine is going to go home, and it's going to be locked in. Then when you hit that magazine release, it drops it right out. So a really big criticism that the Glock 43 is getting right now is the magazine capacity. 6 rounds. A lot of people are not happy with 6 rounds. You can carry 7 with 1 in the pipe. I can already see a 2-round extension. They're probably already making it, and I just don't know about it. But I can already see a 9-round, 8-round magazine coming out here soon. If you're shopping for a Glock 43, or you're looking for not just a 43 but a concealed carry handgun, what are you going to do when that moment comes to where you have to draw your firearm and you have to be ready to fight? Is 6 or 7 rounds going to be enough? Now I can tell you this, if you're going to look for a fight and something bad's going on and you are approaching, you're going to go after the threat, 6, 7 rounds might not be enough. If you're going to be defensive and just defend you or your family, 6 rounds probably going to be enough. If you got an extra magazine, that'll help out a lot. There's a million scenarios that we could go over here. But if you're going to be a defensive concealed carry, this is a perfect option. Our total measurement here is 6 1/4. Overall length is 6 1/4. Our overall height is 4 1/2 inches. Our width is right at 1 inch. Super slim. That's very helpful in concealed carry. That's a big help there for being very comfortable. Now our sights, typically with the Glock 43 sights, you're going to have 5 1/4. I'm going to say with the Trijicon sights, you're going to have a 5 1/2 inch sight radius, the distance between front to rear. Standard, you got 5 1/4. With these, I'd say you're getting about 5 1/2. Our barrel length is almost 3 1/2. It's like 3.40, so almost 3 1/2 inch barrel. Our weight is 17.95 ounces. A loaded magazine is going to give you 22.36 ounces, depending on the ammunition. Your trigger is weighing in, like all Glock triggers advertised, is 5 1/2 pounds. They did a really good job on this trigger. I can feel it right when it comes to the rear, and it stops, and then you got that break. 5 1/2 pounds. That's really nice. There's some videos where people are saying it's 6 1/2 pounds. I feel a 5 to 6 pound trigger. One thing that they did add that stands out to me is the trigger. They added aggressive serrations on the trigger to give you a good grip. When you lock onto this trigger, your finger pretty well stays in place. The gun is empty. Lock onto that trigger, it's hot right now. It's about 90 degrees, and my finger's not sliding around on that. It locks on really well. Nice trigger. Some people who are going to go out and shoot it 300-400 rounds at the range, that trigger might give you a bit of a problem. It might burn your skin a little bit. So if that's going to be an issue, I suggest getting some sandpaper and file down on that, just smooth out that trigger a little bit. If you don't like the aggressive texture, just get some sandpaper and you can fix it. Not a big deal. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a quick and simple way to take down your Glock 43, but not just the 43, any Glock. To those of you who already own a Glock, you know how to take them down. You've got it down, you know it. But I've talked to some friends who own other firearms, and they really don't like this retaining pin or retaining spring right here. They say it hurts their fingers to pull down on that. Here's a quick, simple way, probably the easiest gun to take down. Make sure your gun is empty and clear. Point in a safe direction. Pull the trigger. Now, you'll cup the back of the beaver tail, wrap your hand over top of the slide, and just with a little bit of pressure, pull your slide back about 1/2 inch. And then pull your pins down. That's simple. It's probably the easiest gun to take apart. Here we have our dual recoil spring. Our almost 3.5 inch barrel. This is 3.40. And then your slide. This is basically the same thing as all the other Glocks. They just slimmed it down quite a bit. Then we have our lower here. We do not have a rail or anything for lights or lasers or anything like that. Not a big deal to me. Some people who want to carry a flashlight on their handgun, it might be an issue, but maybe they'll come out with they'll add that next time. We're going to do a little practice here. Self-defense scenario. We have 3 bad guys approaching us, and that's a really bad scenario. So just to try out the Glock 43, just do a little practice, some little drills here. Alright, everything's on target there. That's really what this handgun's made for. It's not made to get out there and do competition shooting out at targets at 40-50 yards. This handgun is specifically made for what we're doing with it, close quarter self-defense. And it is just unbelievable how comfortable it is and concealable. I'm wearing it right now, and it just feels like another old day just hanging out. You really don't even notice that it's there. I'm sure if you get a really good inside waistband holster, it's going to be almost non-existent. You're really not going to notice it there. So we'll go ahead and run this drill again. Put our here. Got our bad guys in front of us. Let's try all headshots. Just give it a shot. I mean, it's not hard to do, it's right here, but when you're rapid firing and just point firing, it's a little harder than you think. Just a little mix up. In this drill, we're going to do more of the same. Just self-defense, drawing from the hip. This gun is made for concealed carry, so it's good for you just to get out and practice with it, because practice is key in concealed carry. If you put a gun somewhere on your body and you don't practice retrieving that gun, the day comes you might not be able to get it out because you missed something that you could have stopped just getting out practicing with it. So here we're just going to keep doing more of our same drill. We only got 2 bad guys right here in front of us. Going to practice drawing on them. Face-to-face confrontation. And that right there would be a good reason why you carry hot versus the way I'm carrying it right now. I didn't have one in the chamber. I pulled it, click. I probably would have been dead right there. So let's try that again, except this time we're carrying hot. Whew, that was exciting. All right, we're ready to get you now, bad guy. What's up? Whew. We're all out of rounds. We better run and say what you want, but that's fun. I might be silly out here doing this, but it's fun. So you can see carrying a round in the chamber is very effective compared to the way a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people carry just the magazine, no round in the chamber. They feel like they can draw and then shoot. I don't like it. I'd rather carry hot, guys, but that's just my personal preference, because look what I just did. I pulled a gun out, drew it, click, no bang. Oh crap, bad guy's already on me. I gotta come back and then shoot again. It's just not, it's not good, guys, not good. Carry hot. All right, here we go. Not hitting bullseyes every time, but I'm happy with that because we are keeping it all right here. So pretty good accuracy, just shooting it and not really knowing the trigger or the firearm. I feel like we can improve that, shooting it a little more, just getting to know it, getting the feel for the trigger. That's what it's all about with accuracy, is getting to know the firearm, the trigger, how it works. The more you shoot, the more accurate you will be. Alright guys, that's the Glock 43. Not a whole lot you can say bad about it, with the exception of the round count. That's going to be the biggest downfall in a lot of people's eyes. But for what this gun is made for, I say it's perfect. I think they did an outstanding job. A big thanks to the guys over at Safeside Tactical for letting us demo this firearm so that we can make this video and show you how it functions and everything. Big thanks to those guys. I'll leave a link in the description of their Facebook and website so you can get over and check those guys out. Safeside Tactical, they're in Vinton, Virginia. Not a whole lot else to say about the firearm, guys. Thanks for watching the video. God bless America, and y'all keep shooting.